And so I went to get some shots, the little bottles. It was like 2:30. I was, I'll take one. Yeah, it knocked me out. I just woke up a little while ago and I'm still in like a daze. Yeah. I bought 7 of them and like 224s, and I don't even want to drink it anymore. Maybe later, or I'll probably, what, I'm gonna take one after this, but man, it knocked me out. So I watched Double Target this morning, and all that's on the cover except the helicopters on like gunships. There's little kind of, I don't know if it's what they're actually called, but a loach. Kind of look like loaches. So, Double Target. A B-movie action fan's dream come true. Exploding huts, guard towers, and helicopters. Miles O'Keefe punching people and man-to-shark combat. Bruno Mattei's violence fest doesn't disappoint. The North American disc premiere with all new special features. Take everything you think of Bruno Mattei, Nansploitation, says DTV connoisseur. Replace Red Brown with Miles O'Keefe, and that's how awesome this movie is. When terrorist attacks ravage Southeast Asia, the U.S. government recruits former loose cannon commando Bob Ross to return to Vietnam, hunt down the Russian madman responsible, rescue his long-lost Amerasian son, and destroy anything that gets in his way. Ottaviano Dell'Acqua and Luciano Pigozzi and Massimo Vanni and Donald Pleasance co-star in what may be Mattei and screenwriters Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Giudi's most absurdly ambitious and hyper-violent Philippines action epic of them all. Now restored in 2K from the original negative. An instant recommendation for fans of 80s action. Special features, Italian Masters of War interview with co-director, screenwriter Claudio Fragasso, all about the sentiment, interview with screenwriter Rosella Giudi. So, Double Target. I wrote some stuff down. Miles O'Keefe, man, I do remember the Tarzan movie he made. And like the Ator Fighting Eagle and Blade Master. I have those. So I looked him up, and okay, so this is what I got from IMDb. It says he played college football for Mississippi State, but he broke his hand, so he transferred to the University of the South and graduated with a BA in psychology, and he worked as a counselor at the Tennessee State Prison. So wow, let's see that movie. He's been in a lot of movies, but the one that surprised me the most was not a movie, but he was in Murder, She Wrote. So he met Angela Lansbury. I wonder how that went. Miles O'Keefe, he looks badass. He's not the greatest actor, but he has a presence. He looks cool. He's a handsome devil. He looks cool in the military getup. He's not like a martial artist, but I believe he's like 6'2" or 6'3". And he'll kick your ass probably in his prime. And well, let me talk about the other actors. The Ottaviano Dell'Acqua. In the movie, he's Toro, and he's the actor in the zombie makeup and Zombie on the cover that We're Going to Eat You. I remember I was really young, and we went to a video store somewhere, and they had that poster, a huge movie poster, and it scared the crap out of me. But he's the guy, he's that guy. He's also in Rats. He's been in a lot of movies, but he's in Rats Night of Terror. He's like the leader of the band of post-apocalyptic wanderers. And it's weird. That movie is, I think, a little before this, but he looks younger. He looks cooler here, actually. I thought he kind of looked dumb in Rats Night of Terror. He had like a red scarf around his neck. But here he looks cool, and he's a really good, well, they don't give him much characterization, but he just seems cool. And he teams up with Bob Ross to, kill the bad guys and save his son. And this Ottaviano, I was like, hey, he's a cool dude. And then Massimo Vanni, man, this guy, he's a He's in 1990 Bronx Warriors, Escape from the Bronx. Zombie 4 After Death, Shocking Dog, Robo War, Zombie 3, Strike Commando, Blast Fighter. Man, this guy he's a legend. And then you get Donald Pleasance, who's I've never seen a movie where Donald Pleasance isn't trying really hard to do a good job. He does that in here. And there's one white female in here, Edison Navarro. She's also in Strike Commando. These are the only two movies she's in. I don't know if just it's some ways she looks, some eyes that she does. Kind of reminds me like Scarlett Johansson a little bit. I don't know if I'm might be totally wrong, but I think it's maybe in like right here. Near her cheeks too. It's like Scarlett Johansson's aunt did a movie and she didn't even know. And she's wooden as hell. Like she is really bad. Or I won't say bad, but she just has like no reaction. Like her father gets brutally blown away, and she didn't see it, but Bob Ross is like, your father was killed, and she just looks like stone. But she looks like stone through the whole movie. Oh yeah, and if you've seen Strike Commando, it has that little kid, the one that Red Brown is gonna take to Disneyland to eat popcorn and cotton candy. That little kid's in here, and he has the same dubbing. So yeah, this is just another homage to Rambo First Blood Part 2, and not Part 1, but Part 2, and there's something else in there, which is just like, well, not just like, but Strike Commando's like the same. They're really like the Rambo movies, those Italian filmmakers in the 80s. What else did I write? Even though this is made by the same people that made Cop Game and Born to Fight and so many others, this one just has something a little different about it. Sometimes it looks like a really real movie. Not as bad as some of Bruno's other stuff. And in this one it actually has like blood hits, squibs when they shoot someone. Not all the time, but they have them, so that made it better too. That actually did. They used some of the scenes from this. They put them in Cop Game, which kind of sucks because they're the exact same. Like when the bad guys in huts are getting blown up and bad guys are getting shot and falling off the huts. But they're from this. Like Cop Game took them. Yeah, Cop Game. Born to Fight right here. Let's see what else. I'm torn. I think I want to say Born to Fight is a little better because Brett Huff has more character. Miles O'Keefe, he just has a cool look, and he does have like a natural charm, but it kind of doesn't come through in the movie. But I'm sure he's awesome. He's come out in so many other movies. I found one. I have a movie he did. I think Phantom Core or something like that. It's another jungle action one. Then he has one, The Lone Runner, I think, and that's on YouTube. I found his channel called Banana Massacre. I think it's called. It has so many movies. I'm like, oh my god, and it's just a whole unlocked another box of bananas with this YouTube channel that I found. Double Target. Where are you? Oh yeah, there's also a part where he fights a shark, and I guess they took this and put it in Cool Jaws, I think. So, man, there's a lot of like incest with these Bruno Mattei movies. It does lull a little bit in the middle and towards the end. Maybe since I think it was just the order I watched them in. I do like Cop Game better than Born to Fight. But it kind of does have those bazookas in there. He uses those a lot. There's some good explosions though. Like there's one part where these huts are on fire and this guy's running through. it looks like little like embers are hitting him. Oh yeah, well yeah, like I was saying, Miles O'Keefe, he's a big dude and he's fighting, these Filipino guys and they're all short. So he's throwing them around, punching them, they're flying, and that was really, and it starts out like in the first 5 minutes you get action. So it kind of when it kind of stopped, I was oh man, keep it, I wish they keep it going. But that was cool. Both Svensson is in here, but in the special features, Claudio Fragasso said he's kind of not a jerk. He just wasn't like the coolest dude. I think he said Miles is. I don't think he said anything about Miles, but I bet Miles is a nice guy. And then it doesn't have a big final battle scene. It's just a fight. It was still pretty good, and it was the perfect like Saturday morning movie. All three of these. So this bundle is great, and on the strength of all three together, if you think you'd like it, I think you should get it. I think you'd really like it. It was worth it. And if Severin ever does any other bundles like this that seem anywhere near this good, I'm getting them. Like, on Blu-ray. I wish Severin has those sales, man, where they're like the $5 DVDs. They're so good, but I don't think they're doing DVDs anymore. Double Target. I was trying to think of something cool to say, but I really liked it. I will definitely watch all these movies again, probably over and over. I always return to them, and I think you would too. So think about it. I'll see you later.